Hey there, Michael Church, Crawl Space Ninja. Have you encapsulated your crawl space and you see the humidity spike? That happens sometimes. I want to talk to you about 5 reasons why that could be happening to you. Stay tuned. Okay, so if you're new to Crawl Space Ninja, we talk about everything related to basements, attics, crawl spaces, and ductwork. So I hope you'll subscribe to our channel and ring that notifications bell. Okay, so we actually have a couple of questions from our Ask a Ninja, but we decided to combine these questions together and go over some of the reasons why you, the homeowner, could see a humidity spike in your crawl space after you either DIY the project yourself or even hire a contractor to take care of the crawl space encapsulation. One of the things that we hear a lot is that there are contractors out there that will start to address mold without addressing humidity and wood moisture first. So if you go into the crawl space and you encapsulate the whole crawl space in a couple of days and then throw in the dehumidifier, you're going to see a huge spike because all of that moisture that's been trapped in that wood is starting to come out. So if you start to notice that after installing the dehumidifier, you see these long, huge spikes in the relative humidity, that could be the first reason. Okay, believe it or not everybody seals the vents whenever they install a dehumidifier. So I know that seems kind of weird that you would install a dehumidifier and not seal the vents. To me, that's the same thing as turning on your AC and leaving all the windows open, right? I mean, yeah, the AC could keep it comfortable and may keep it cooler in there, but it's probably not going to shut off until it cools outside, right? So make sure you seal the vents properly and air seal them. Don't just throw a piece of foam board in the vent, because that will help reduce the humidity coming in and causing that spike. Okay, the door is another place that's often overlooked. So make sure you seal those crawl space vents and the doors to prevent humidity spikes. The third biggest reason why we see humidity spikes after installing a dehumidifier and encapsulation is that most contractors don't overlap and tape vapor barrier properly or don't install it properly. Imagine if you've got a huge dirt floor, okay, and then you just lay vapor barrier down and you don't overlap and tape the seams. That humidity can actually work its way out from underneath the vapor barrier. Okay, a lot of times also they won't go up the wall with the vapor barrier or wrap the pillars. They'll just put it on the ground, stake it to the ground. They create holes when they stake it to the ground. That allows moisture to come out of the vapor through the vapor barrier. But if you've got a cinder block wall or a CMU wall or a concrete wall and you've got water intrusion, efflorescence coming in from that wall, and you don't have the vapor barrier all the way up the wall to slow that humidity from evaporating into the crawl space, you're going to see a huge humidity spike every time it rains. The fourth reason why we see humidity spikes is after mold remediation. A lot of companies, whether they soda blast or they scrub or they HEPA vac, they apply some kind of mold cleaner or mold disinfectant. So if you take a liquid and let's say you dried the crawl space out properly before mold remediation, and then you apply a liquid to the wood, and then you turn that dehumidifier back on, that dehumidifier is going to want to draw that liquid out of the wood, which could also create a humidity spike after encapsulation. The fifth reason is you could have a water intrusion problem. As I mentioned in reason number 3, the cinder block is allowing moisture to come in. But what if you've got flooding? What if you have some kind of flooding coming through the door of the crawl space because maybe it's not built up properly to keep the water intrusion out? Or during heavy rains, you get a lot of flooding and you don't have a French drain installed and a sump pump installed inside the crawl space. That standing water is going to add to the humidity every time it rains. Okay, so now for a bonus reason of why you may see a humidity spike. If you live in a part of the country where maybe it gets really foggy at night and early in the morning, or you have a lot of rain and thunderstorms, keep in mind that that fog and high humidity from the rain wants to force its way into your dry crawl space, okay? Anytime you have high humidity outside the crawl space and low humidity inside the crawl space, it is going to get in. It will either come in through the sill plate, through joints or whatever that you might have in the foundation, or even through the house itself. Remember, your house is taking on humidity. It could actually be drawn from above as well. So if the living space spikes in humidity from rain or fog or something like that, it can go down into the crawl space because that wet air chases dry air. So keep that in mind. That could be the bonus reason why you're seeing a humidity spike after encapsulation. My name is Michael Church with Crawl Space Ninja. We hope you make it a happy and blessed day, and we'll see you later.